How's it going? This is David Blade Banter. I met a gentleman, Peter, at SHOT Show last year, and then he decided to create a little utility knife. So, checking it out, see what it's like. I don't think he came up with the name of the company yet, and I don't think he decided on the price. So, not much to go off of for that, but we'll see how this looks for it. So, just still in a prototype type of box. So, we'll see how this works out and what this looks like for the knife. There's just the production samples, so I think he got in like 10 of them to send out, so he wanted to see what I thought about it after I was talking with him. So it looks pretty good in closed position. So this is going to be a micarta axis style lock, and then a utility blade, and we'll see how this works, how this functions. So good, no knife sticking out the backside or anything, so that's good. A little lanyard there. Let's see how this opens up. So detent's a little light. Still works though. A little bit of stick, that'll work itself out. So that's not bad at all. Locks up fairly well. It has a little bit of movement for it, but very slight. And I don't know how this unlocks. Looks like you press this button. Just press and pull probably. Yep, press and pull. So it has some movement to it, so it's a kind of a button style release. So it does make it easy to change the blade because you can just take it right out of there. You do have the movement on it, so it's going to be kind of like a standard utility knife in that sense. I know some of them have more of a screw, but this is going to be a way you can just switch it out easily. So if you do get dull on this side, press it down, pop the blade out, and put it back in the other way, and now you have a new edge. So that makes it nice about having more of this type of quick release, other than some that you're going to have more of a screw to undo. So it's a good size for it. So sound wise, you can kind of see you have this little decibel meter here, so you can see where it comes about as far as the sound. So not very loud now, but it is a good good size to it. So that's going to be pretty decent. So I think that overall it's not bad. Like it, it's going to be kind of a nice little EDC knife for it. So that might be the name that he decided. I don't know, but PDXR. At least that's on the clip there. So PDXR. So for what's in this marketplace, there's a few different options that you have. So like Civivi is out there with a few different multi-tool or utility knife styles. So Elementum for this one, but it's going to be more that screw style. And I don't think there's any type of tools that come with it. So that's going to be, you're kind of stuck. But you do have quite a bit of the blade that's exposed. So it's kind of like you get a one-time use. So you don't get that option to switch it around, but it does get a little bit longer blade. These are also carabiners with a little knife in it, so $94 for those. Titanium variants, so this one is on clearance now for $63.70, but there's a titanium one, looks like with the bottle opener, so once it's closed, you got a bottle opener on that side. Another one that came to mind was from Riot. These are, I think, going to be somewhere around $70. I have to check on one of the other sites, but there's another option that's available. I think it might be less than that, but so it's like $50 to $70 for these guys for the Riot variant. So it's going to be that gravity type of knife. So this is going to fit in pretty nicely for a regular EDC carry. So you're going to have, like, here's a Rat 2 compared to this model. So handle side is going to be a little smaller than the Rat 2. Blade length is going to be a little smaller, so you're going to have that cutting edge. There's going to be just that right area, right in that section. There's going to be another one here we can throw in. There's a utility knife style, so you're going to have that sheep's foot. So it's going to be like a penguin. So this is going to be a little bit longer for the handle. and then you're going to have that type of blade. You can sharpen it up. So this one you can probably sharpen, but it's going to be more of a use, switch it around, and then go and buy some new blades for it. Your local hardware store, anything like that, you can pick this up. So it would be a pretty good setup for what it has. And let's see what type of pull this has. Okay, this has a little bit of a lighter pull. Let's see what we got. So let's move this around. So about 1 pound 6. So normally I like about 2 pounds. So it's not too far off. So, but it is on a little bit on the lighter side. It is still a reversible pocket clip, so you can move that right over. So not bad at all. Pocket clip wise, works well. So there's a deep carry clip, so that works out fairly well for that. So it does, I guess that would be a possible issue with that. Let me try that again, because I think that area kind of could catch on your pocket. Yeah, so that might be the thing to change on it. Otherwise, this is going to be kind of like a wave feature. So in the pocket, when you put it in, this is going to be on the basically the seam side. So this can catch on your pocket seam. So that would be one thing to either adjust to kind of put it back a little bit. Otherwise, change it a little bit, unless you want it to wave out, and then that would be a fine detail and a fine thing to do, but that's going to be something that I did notice when I just put in pocket and taking it out. This kind of caught, so it kind of had a resistance when taking it out of the pocket. So that would be the only thing that I can see so far for this design that I would probably adjust, unless that is on purpose. If it's on purpose, no problem, but that would be the thing to change. Let me know as far as what you guys think about this design and what you would like to see from it. I guess he still is in the prototype or the pre-production stages of it, so that's where you can kind of give him some input as far as what you would like to see, or if you like it how it is, great, and just let us know what you would think for the price that this should be for this knife. So nice thing about it, you don't need to sharpen anything. Take that right out of there. Also, if you have it, if you're going on a plane, you can just take the blade out and then not lose your knife. So that would be a nice thing for that. So you could just have a no blade, and that would be something available. You could probably still get it on the plane. Not TSA agent, so I don't know, but shouldn't have any problem getting this on from what I would think. But there it is. Let me know what you guys think about this one as far as a product. If you would like to pick it up, then let us know in the comments so I can communicate with him, and he can kind of see what type of feedback you guys are giving for the knife. And this will go around to the pass around group, so thank you again for Peter to send this around so we can take a look at it and get our thoughts, and we'll get a little bit more information as we go as far as like price point, what type of things he's looking for, when it's going to be released as well. But let me know what you think. But that's going to be the sizing right there. So a little bit lower on the pull, possible change on that little thing that catches on the pocket, like the release for the blade, so you can switch it around. If this goes out, switch it to the other side. That's a nice thing for it. My card is nice on it. Lanyard, personally I don't need a lanyard, but some people like it. And then that's going to be where you have micarta, right left hand carry, and that access style lock. So some good things going for it, but let me know in the comments what you think about it, and so he can see also what you think about the product.